You are working as a data engineer. Every morning, your manager asks you to clean customer data, join multiple tables, create reports, and make sure everything is ready before the business team starts working. Initially, it seems manageable, but as your company grows, you suddenly have hundreds of SQL scripts. Okay, so when company grows, you will be have a large number of SQL scripts. Okay, some scripts depend on other scripts. One small change breaks five different reports. Someone accidentally edits a query and now nobody's knows what changed or who changed it. Sounds stressful, right? Well, this is exactly the problem DBT was built to solve. Okay, so and in today's video I'm going to explain what DBT is, why companies are adopting it so quickly, and why it's becoming one of the most valuable skill for data engineers and analytics engineers. Let's get started. So hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you have been learning SQL, Snowflake, BigQuery, Azure or data engineering, you have been probably heard the term DBT. Some people call it an ETL tool, and others say it's a transformation tool. Okay, all right, and some people even think it's just another SQL editor. All right, so what is the truth? By the end of this video, you will have a clear answer. Let's first understand the problem. Imagine like your company collects data from different sources. Customer data comes from your website, and sales data comes from your billing system. Marketing data comes from your Google Ads, and next one is the sport data that comes from your Zendesk. Okay, so this is something like your company collects data from different sources. At this stage, all the data is raw, so it contains duplicates. There will be some missing values and different formats. Then some customer names are written in uppercase, some are in lowercase. Dates are stored differently in different systems. Now imagine your manager asks you to build a dashboard using this data. So can you use it directly? Not really. First you need to clean it. All right, so you need to join multiple tables. You need to remove duplicates, rename columns, then calculate business metrics. In short, you need to transform the data, and this transformation is where DBT comes in. So what is DBT? And DBT stands for Data Build Tool. The name sounds complicated, but the idea is actually very simple. DBT collects data. DBT doesn't store data. DBT doesn't replace your data warehouse. Okay, so DBT doesn't replace data warehouse. All right, instead DBT transform data that is already inside your data warehouse. What DBT does is DBT will transform data that's already inside your data warehouse. Okay, so think of it this way. Imagine you have ordered all the ingredients to cook dinner. The vegetables are on the table, the spices are ready, the rice is washed. Now someone needs to cook the meal. That's exactly what DBT does. It takes raw data and transform it into clean, reliable, business ready data. Alright, so where does DBT fit? Next question is, so here we can see from applications raw data is fetched, then that is stored in the data warehouse, let's say Snowflake, then DBT comes into the picture, then tables are clean, and then Power BI comes into the picture. Alright, so notice something important, DBT comes after the data warehouse. If you see here, DBT is coming after the data warehouse. This is why people say DBT follows the ELT approach. First, data is loaded into Snowflake, or let's say BigQuery. First, data is loaded into Snowflake or BigQuery. Then DBT transforms it. Here transformations are done. DBT will transform it. Finally, Power BI or Tableau uses the transform data. Okay, so companies love DBT. Like, so why has DBT become so popular? Next question is this. Let's look at a few reasons. So first is everything is written in SQL. So if you already know SQL, you were already halfway there. And the second one is it automatically manages dependencies. Suppose there is a report C, and report C depends on report B, and report B depends on report A. Okay, so DBT understand these relationships automatically. Third one is version controlling. Since everything is stored in Git, your entire team can collaborate safely. And fourth one can be testing. DBT can automatically check whether important columns contain duplicate values or null values. Instead of finding problems after a dashboard breaks, DBT helps you catch them early. And finally, documentation. So DBT can generate project documentations automatically, making it much easier for new team members to understand your work. Alright, so this is probably one of the most common questions beginner ask. Is DBT replacing SQL? Very asked question is this. The answer is no. DBT actually uses SQL. If you are comfortable writing SQL queries, learning DBT becomes much easier. So think of SQL as the language and DBT as the framework that helps you organize and manage that SQL in a professional way. So who should learn DBT? If you are a data analyst who writes a lot of SQL, if you are a data engineer building data pipelines, then or if you were planning to become an analytics engineer, then yes, DBT is definitely worth learning. More and more companies are moving to cloud data warehouses, and DBT has become one of the most popular tools in the modern data stack. So today we learned what DBT is, why it was created, where it fits in a data pipeline, and why companies are using it. So if you are wondering whether DBT is worth learning, I hope this video gave you a clear answer. In the next video, we can dive deeper in and understand concepts like DBT models, materializations, seeds, snapshot, test with some simple examples. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comments. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's starting their data engineering journey. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.